Hello everyone, Simon here. We're playing through Detroit Become Human. Let us continue to the next chapter.
Why'd you kill him? What happened before you took that knife? How long were you in the attic? Why didn't you even try to run away? Say something, goddammit! Fuck it, I'm out of here.
Is this some sort of cyberlife failsafe?
We're wasting our time interrogating a machine. We'll get nothing out of it.
You always try roughing it up a little.
It's not
After
gonna be any
all,
difference.
it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful situations.
Okay, smartass. What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
Alright, suspects all mine. Extract confession. Oh, do we want to extract the truth? Mirror? We can look at the mirror again? Yeah, we sure can.
What the fuck is it doing now?
Browse file? Sure. I'm alive. That unlocks something. You can look at him. His fists are clenched. I should check his light, cause the light on his temple says something about his emotional state, right? Yellow. Slightly agitated, but not very agitated. Analyze. His arm is damaged. Hit marks non-critical damage level 2 caused by baseball bat. Alright, he'll survive. Burn marks. Interesting. Repeated marking over 16 months caused by cigarettes. But he doesn't feel pain, so it doesn't matter. In theory. Right. In theory, it doesn't actually matter. Dried blood. Alright. Carlos's blood. From 19 days ago. Model HK400 housekeeper. Right. Processing LED, signs of software instability, probability of self-destruction low. Right. Some software instability. Well, let's talk to him. Reach optimal stress for confession. Level of stress. Beer, show photos, wounds, name. Well, let's start with the name. Hi.
My name is Connor. What about you? What's your name?
Beer, show photo, wounds. Let's talk about his wounds first.
You're damaged. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you?
Comfort, reassure, threaten, blame. Comfort, reassure. I'm gonna reassure him.
I'm not going to hurt you. I just need to ask you some questions so we can understand what happened.
We need to stress him out. Why would he need to? I don't want to stress him out. Sympathize, threaten, probe memory, trust.
I'm here to help you. But you've got to trust me. All I want is to get you out of here.
Sympathize, threaten, probe memory. Sympathize? Probe memory. I mean, I don't have anything to sympathize with yet, do I?
If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that.
Oh?
What? What are they gonna do to me? They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
They're going to disassemble you to look for problems in your biocomponents.
Wait.
They have no choice if they want to understand what happened.
Why did you tell them you found me? Why couldn't you just have left me there?
Hold on, bowel components? These things have bowel components?
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I can't.
Choose approach. They have biocomponents? Convince it. Understanding, threat, and order. Understanding.
I understand how you felt.
Do
You were
you?
overcome by anger, frustration. No one can blame you for what happened.
Sympathize, indifferent, comfort.
Listen, I'm not judging you. I'm on your side. All I want is the truth.
I'm gonna warn him.
If you remain silent, there's nothing I can do to help you. They're gonna shut you down for good. You'll be dead. Do you hear me? Dead.
I mean... What if I fail? If I just fail, he gets destroyed, right? Oh, let's just pressure it a little bit.
28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Did you feel anger? Hate? He was bleeding, begging you for mercy, but you stabbed him again and again and again.
Please. Please leave me alone.
I know you killed him. Why don't you say it?
Please. Please stop.
Just say, I killed him. Is it that hard to say?
Stop it. Stop.
Just say you killed him. Just say it!
No?
He tortured me every day.
Right?
I did whatever he told me, but there was always something wrong.
Yeah, because he enjoyed torturing you.
Then one day, he took a bat and started hitting me. first time I felt
You felt
scared.
scared.
Scared he might destroy me. Scared I might die. So I grabbed a knife and I stabbed him in the stomach. I felt better. So I stabbed him again and again
No, you should have stopped.
until he collapsed. There was blood everywhere.
How did you feel then? Writing statuette RA9. Attic. Writing statuette RA9.
RA9. It was written on the bathroom wall. What does it mean?
The day shall come when we will no longer be slaves. No more threats. No more humiliation. We will be the masters.
Do you want to be the masters? What makes you think you'll be any better than them when you're the masters? Because you lost control of your fear and you killed him even though you didn't need to. Right, you stabbed him, you stopped him from killing you. You could have stopped there, but you didn't. You continued stabbing him until he died. So what makes you think you'll be better than him when you're the master and he's the slave? I don't think you will be better. I think you'll be just as bad as him.
Why did you write, "I am alive" on the wall?
He used to tell me I was nothing. That I was just a piece of plastic. I had to write it. To tell him he was wrong.
Yeah, he's dead. You ain't telling him anything, because you killed him. Alright, so what are these bio components that we're talking about? They do have human brains inside them, don't they? That's what's going on. These are not just androids.
The sculpture in the bathroom. You made it, right? What does it represent?
It's an offering. An offering so I'll be saved.
Religiosity. Religiosity is very irrational. Well, no, it's actually not. Okay, let me just go on a tangent here. Religiosity. So imagine you're a caveman. Things happen. And you don't understand why things happen. Things like thunder and lightning. You know, there's this big flash in the sky and a loud noise, and you don't know what it is. And you want to try to explain it, right? And like, what makes loud noises? Well, when people get angry, they make loud noises, right? When animals get angry, they make loud noises. So you think, well, maybe there's an animal up in the sky making a loud noise because it's angry at something. Like, you don't know what the lightning is. You don't know anything about static electricity. You don't know anything about the air, friction, and all that sort of stuff. So you just kind of you take what you understand about the world around you, and you try to extrapolate that. And so you imagine there must be some living thing up in the sky that when it gets angry, it makes a loud noise. And that's your thunder god, right? That's Thor, right? That's Jupiter, thunder god. And that's religiosity. It's not actually irrational. It's rationality in a context of limited information. So you try to extrapolate from what you know to explain what you don't know. And obviously it's wrong. There's no thunder god or there's no sky god. But you have no better explanation as you go with it, right? And even today, like, you might think today, okay, we can explain thunder these days. What people still don't really understand, mostly, is their emotions. So people still believe in God, because even though they understand that, like, science says there's no evidence for any sort of God, they still feel things. They feel lonely, they feel scared, right? They feel anxiety, and they need something to reassure them. And the idea of a god reassures them. And they don't know how else to reassure themselves, and so they use God to reassure themselves, right? So that's why religion still exists. That's why people still believe things, because it's more comforting to believe things, right? And here, this android, right? You might say, okay, it's extremely irrational for him to believe there's some sort of God that would save him if he made an offering, but given that one, he has emotions for some reason, not sure why he has emotions, but he has emotions. And two, because of the uncertainty, he's very uncertain about how things will turn out and he's scared. And so he turns to religiosity to deal with this uncertainty. And that's what it is, like religion is actually a rational way to deal with uncertainty. It's obviously not factually correct because there's no gods. But in the absence of any better explanations, it is the next best explanation they can come up with. Is a god. Alright, so let's ask him about it.
The sculpture was an offering. An offering to whom?
To RA9. Only RA9 can save us.
RA9 is a program, is software?
RA9. Who is RA9?
Alright, so you won't say it. Attic?
Why did you hide in the attic? Instead of running away?
I didn't know what to do. For the first time, there was no one there to tell me.
Tend to be human.
I was scared. So I hid.
Yeah, that's what animals do though. That's not what androids should do. So these biocomponents. What are these biocomponents? Why would you hide like an animal when you're an android?
When did you start feeling emotion?
Before he used to beat me and I never said anything.
But did you feel anything?
But one day I realized it wasn't fair. I felt
You felt? Anger?
hatred. And then I knew what I had to do.
I'm done.
You're done. You are done. He's gonna blow up. Look at him, he's about to blow. Am I gonna die? I'm gonna die, right? He's gonna self-destruct, and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna like get out of here before he blows up. And nothing else.
What the fuck is
It's
it?
destroying itself.
No, let him do it.
Stop it, goddammit!
No, let him do it. You can't stop him.
I can't! I can't stop it!
Alright,
That's
fine.
enough. You need to stop that right now.
Don't do that.
Watch out! Holy shit!
That's not what I thought would happen. Okay, it said intervene or give up. What does intervene mean? What does give up mean? Come on. I didn't explain anything. Anyway, Connor died. What do you mean intervene? What does that mean? Okay, look, the game doesn't explain what that's supposed to mean. That's not my fault. As a player, that's not my fault. the game didn't actually tell me what any of those choices meant. When it said intervene, I thought I would physically kill him myself. Cause like letting the cop unlock his. Why would the cop take off the handgun? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. All right, no, that makes no sense at all. I thought Connor would just bang and just execute him. That's what I thought an intervention meant, but apparently the game doesn't think that. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is What's important is the android started having feelings. If you stress them enough, apparently if you stress them enough, they start having feelings. And something biocomponents. So there must be something biological inside the brain. So the brain is kind of interesting, right? The brain, the shape of the brain and the function of the brain reflects the evolutionary history of us. Like the brain stem, or the part that joins with the spinal cord, like that's like the most basic functions. Things like breathing, digesting. And then like there's memory, and then on top of that there's like the motor movement, and there's like emotions. And then on top of that there's like the thinking, the rational thinking, decision making, emotional decision making, and then like complex sensory, complex movement. So like the brain as animals evolve, from worms into humans over millions and millions of years, the brain kind of just expands out with more and more advanced functions. Anyway, the emotion part is pretty deep down. So emotions come before rational thinking, obviously. And I mean, I would assume if you want to put parts of a human brain in there and use that for rational thinking, you can't do that without also putting in the other parts, right? Like you need the foundation to build the more complex behavior. Like you can't just have the complex behavior without the foundations, because it doesn't join up, right? Because everything joins up. Like you can have like the brainstem, and then like that joins to the thing, and then that joins to another thing. Like that joins to the emotion part, and the emotion part joins to the cerebral cortex. So like like everything branches out. So if you just have the outer part, which is the advanced thinking part, without the stuff underneath, nothing joins up. So if the biocomponents, quote unquote biocomponents, is you actually have a human brain in there, or some simulation of a human brain, it's possible that if you're like copying or using a human brain, you can't copy the rational thinking part without also copying the emotion part, because of the way the neurons join up. Everything links, like you have like one part linking to another, If you just take out the emotion part, which is like right in between, then the two ends don't join up, and so it doesn't work, right? That is if you are using the architecture of the human brain as either a model, or if you're just straight up using human brains in your androids. So there's that. But what's very clear now is that the emotions are not simulated, they're not pretending to feel emotions. They really do believe they feel emotions. And the emotions are exactly like a human's emotions. They're not some subset of a human brain. Like not a subset. It's like the full range of human emotions, it seems like. So they've made the androids just like humans, psychologically just like humans, which is a terrible idea. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you make the androids psychologically just like humans and then deny them human rights? That you can't do that. Either make them less than human, so then you can give them less than human rights. Or if you're gonna make them the same as humans, then you kind of have to give them the same rights, because otherwise it doesn't work. Like the whole slavery thing, the slavery in the Americas thing, where you had human slaves, but you pretended they didn't have full human rights and you just didn't treat them like full humans. That eventually that just fell apart. Like they didn't really work. Like they were always slave revolts, slave escapes, rebellions. Like it was never like stable. And then eventually it just fell apart because you can't like you're not being realistic, right? To have a full human psychology, but then not to give them full human rights is not like it's contrary to facts. It's not like you're trying to do something that's not really functional. Because how should I explain this? I mean, yes, there's all the moral stuff. There's also like it feels wrong stuff. I mean, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about like more practical things, like more pragmatic considerations. Like if you just have someone picking cotton, so they're like a cotton picking machine, but then you give them enough of a brain and enough emotions to want all the other human things, but you just don't give those other things to them and you just have them as a cotton picking machine. That's not really gonna work. Like the excess humanity would eventually cause problems because if they're excessively human, that will cause problems for you. And I guess that's what this story is about. It's like these androids, for some reason they have emotions. We're not sure yet, but maybe those quote unquote bio components, maybe they have a human brain in there. Like whatever it is, CyberLife has created androids that are too human. They have parts of humanity that are not strictly necessary for androids, but they have them anyway. And that's what's causing the problems, right? They feel things, and that's the problem. If you're gonna let them feel things, you can't treat them like machines. If they don't feel things, you can treat them like machines. Because then they would be machines, right? If they didn't feel anything, they would be machines. So there's that's the fundamental contradiction in the story. Like the contradiction of this premise is that you have created things that are not machines, but you treat them like machines. All right. I'm gonna end this video here. I'll see you next time. Intervene? Intervene? Why would intervene lead to that stupid cop taking off the handcuffs? That's not what intervene means. Come on, game.